Well, the US-Israel war against Iran is now into its third day. Were you surprised when it broke out?
No, I don't think I was surprised. Certainly no one wants to see war. War comes with inevitable death and destruction. But at the end of the day, I think we need to remember this didn't come from out of nowhere. Iran has been, for the last 5 decades, really, they have been funding armed terror groups, including Hamas, Hezbollah. They helped orchestrate the October 7 attacks. They've been rebuilding their nuclear weapons program, and we know intelligence showing that they've been developing ballistic missiles capable of reaching the United States, and they've repeatedly continued to threaten Israel's annihilation. President Trump himself said just a few days ago that Iran has essentially rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, that the US couldn't take it anymore. So I think faced with this kind of imminent threat, the US and Israel really had no choice but to act, and I would think Australia would do likewise, recognizing the threat from the Iranian regime, as we certainly did last year by designating the AIJAC as a terrorist group and expelling the Iranian ambassador after evidence was indicating of Iranian-linked terror activity on Australian soil.
It's been suggested that getting rid of the Ayatollah and all his cronies is like cutting the head off a snake, but does that mean that it's the end of him, but does that mean the end of the regime?
Look, it's a very good question. I think we're now in very early days, and there's obviously some intense uncertainty. This brutal, repressive, exceptionally violent regime has seriously been weakened, and its leadership, as you noted with the Khamenei, has finally been eliminated, as have many of the IRGC and the military leadership, which does create an opening for transformational change. But the road ahead is obviously long and difficult, and we have seen already, the incredible heroism of the Iranian people. But what comes next, and I think this is imperative, is that there must be a leadership that arises, that rejects terrorism, that seeks peace with its neighbours, including, of course, Israel, and a response to the legitimate and inalienable aspirations of the Iranian people.
I think the world is hoping and praying for a short war and soon to be ended, and the end to all terrorism. It's a lot to ask for, but let's hope so.